Welcome to a DAS training presentation. I'm James Margheriti and I'm here to talk to you about IDIS. Who IDIS is and their history, the relationship between DAS and IDIS, the IDIS portfolio and some of their key features, the IDIS clients and mobile applications that help you operate the system, and I'll finish up with warranty and support. IDIS is South Korea's largest manufacturer of video technology and are listed as a top 10 manufacturer of video tech worldwide. They have been pioneering video surveillance since 1997, which has resulted in them having over 100 partners globally and over 65 core technology patents in their portfolio. Some of these patents I'll discuss as we move forward in this presentation, which highlight the strengths of the IDIS brand. And if you haven't heard of IDIS before, it may be because previously in the Australian and New Zealand markets, they were traded under a different name, Evo and Paycom, which have sold over 1 million cameras and over 100,000 recording devices. Another point here is that IDIS have been an OEM provider for other brands. And with so much IDIS hardware being sold since '97, there's been a lot of research and development put into their products to make it as simple and easy to use. It was in 2019 when the IDIS brand started to be used in the Australian and New Zealand markets. Before I get into the product and the features, I'd like to spend a moment on talking about who we are at DAS and our relationship with the IDIS product. We are an Australian leading technology provider that specialises in security and surveillance products. We have multiple trade counters around Australia which allow you to come in and pick up your products when you need them. And if you have inquiries, you can always speak to our friendly team members who can help pick the products you need. Behind that, we have an all-star team that support all areas from account managers for those customers with larger product quantities, our training team with certified courses or on-demand sessions tailored to your training needs, and our technical support team, which can help you through your technical issues. Now that you know who we are and what's behind us, let's get stuck into IDIS and what they offer. Being a video tech company, they have a variety of products, and over the next few slides, I'll be going into detail on them. However, to start understanding, let's break it down into 5 categories. They have camera and video capturing devices, recording devices, peripherals to help make things work, such as switches and operational hardware, analytics that help automate your site's workload, and software to bring it all back into a nice package for your convenience. With this breakdown, you can start to see how IDIS can provide you one solution all under the one company, providing you a one-stop shop for products and support. With any video surveillance system, it's important to get the right cameras. IDIS have IP-based cameras with protocols and features developed to get the most out of them, such as Direct IP, which is a secure protocol to easily connect your cameras to your recording devices. Direct IP has built-in features that push your password from the recording device into the camera to allow for an automatic registration to the recording device. Features like this have come from years of being in the business and having feedback provided from around the world. And if you are dealing with an analog system, there's a range of cameras with protocols and features that relate, such as DirectCX, which allows for high-definition video over coaxial cable. Perfect for existing analog sites that want to upgrade to high-definition video without replacing the coaxial cable, which can be a lengthy and costly option. Cameras are more than just a video capturing device and have quite a lot of software and hardware involved. Some things you may not know about is software improvements, such as Lightmaster, which is used to give you a great image even in low light scenes. Intelligent Codec or MAT, which is Motion Adaptive Technology, which is to lower your file size of your video. This has a benefit to reduce your bandwidth so you get your video quicker wherever you are, and also allows you to have longer recording retention period. To avoid condensation, some cameras have inbuilt heaters, which can also be used for other use cases. Additionally, there are options with vandal resistant and waterproofing, so you can feel confident with your camera's installation location. Commonly these days, a recording device is a network video recorder, or an NVR for an IP-based solution, or a high-definition transport video interface, or HD TVI, for an analog solution, which has replaced the DVR or digital video recorders, which you may have heard of before. Alternatively, a recording device could be a video management software, or VMS. And IDIS have this solution called IDIS Solution Suite, or ISS for short. ISS can provide more flexibility when it comes to a larger design, which I will discuss a little bit later in this presentation. Recording devices have features of their own to assist with the setup, management, and operation of your solution, such as the ability to have a modular approach so you can start off small and expand later, but also keep things simplified with a unified approach. So no matter if you have one recording device or multiple, the IDIS approach is to make it act like one, which I'll discuss more about when we talk IDIS clients. There's support for other camera protocols, and ultimately with OnViv allows a wide range of cameras to be added to an IDIS recording device. This can be quite helpful if you have existing third-party cameras at a site and want to reuse them for a newer design. And with IDIS FEN, you can give your devices a unique name, and then you can use this name to connect to them via software or apps. And I'll discuss more about FEN and the advantages of it later. As you can start to see, there are loads of hardware and features in all elements of a video surveillance solution. We've discussed features so far that can help with getting the best image from your cameras, securing your system, and making it convenient for you to install and operate. Something that should always be considered is the reliability and security, which has the added benefit of saving you money in the short and long term. A few examples are listed here, and throughout this presentation you'll start seeing why. Let's take a closer look at the crime prevention and deterrence example. Commonly, a video surveillance system is simply recording areas, and in an event, it's up to the operator to find the time of the occurrence and export the footage. These days, there is a functionality to search for a particular object, such as a person, and you can even search for the colour of their clothes. This will maximise the efficiency when something has happened and you don't know what time the occurrence happened. Instead of leaving it there, why not look at the deterrence element and have a system that takes action when a person is detected after business hours or where people shouldn't be. You can add a speaker or light to your system, and when your specific event happens, your system can play a sound or a recording or even flash bright lights. Before I go through more specific examples, let's cover some of the features that help drive that performance and reliability, starting with Smart Failover. If for whatever reason your camera gets disconnected from the NVR and the camera is still powered on, it will temporarily record locally on the camera device. By default, the camera has a small amount of memory, and if you want to protect yourself for longer, selected network cameras can have an SD card installed to give you a longer retention period. Next up, we have iBank, which is a custom file system designed for video by IDIS to improve data reading and writing. With this, you get reliability, security, and performance from ground up, and it's always good to know when you search for video, it's as quick as it possibly can. If you want protection, if a hard drive fails, selected recording devices do have support for RAID, and if you need complete protection, there is an option to fail over an NVR with selected devices. This means if your NVR fails, a second NVR that was waiting in standby takes over and keeps your site operational. These features show you a small glimpse of what makes up an IDIS solution, and shows you that they have looked at every aspect of the system and made it their own with improvements to benefit their customers. Compliance is also considered by IDIS in their design, and they acknowledge this worldwide, with some of the latest such as NDAA compliance, which means IDIS does not use hardware that has been manufactured by selected companies. Additionally, GDPR, which focuses on data privacy and security. Knowing IDIS includes compliance from around the world can give you the peace of mind throughout the lifetime of your solution. Video surveillance was first used in 1942, and since then, it is so much more. Let's go briefly through a few options that give you a sneak peek as to what else can be done. And if any of these options spark your interest, reach out to us and we'll give you more details. Let's start with integrating alarms and access control. If your site has a break-in or you want to view footage of when someone has entered a building, typically you would use your alarm and access control system to find the time and date as to when it occurred. And then you would head into your video surveillance system to access the footage. And with integrating your alarm and access control system, you can make things more efficient by just using the one solution. Next up, there's a feature for queue management. This can help you manage or track how many people are in a section of your camera's field of view. So let's say I had a retail shop with more than one register. I could have one register open, and when my video system identifies more than one person in the queue, an alert can be played on a speaker in the staff area. This can improve my customer service and also better manage my workforce. We could also use this to check historical data and tell me when I need people rostered on and when our busiest times are. As I continue to go through more options, understand the examples I use are just that, they're just examples. These options can be set up in a variation of ways to achieve different outcomes. Systems can be built for what you need, and if you bring your ideas to us, we can help design that solution. Moving on to our next option is occupancy control. With this one, cameras can count how many people enter and exit an area. With this data, I can now display a monitor with an accurate count of who's inside and also use this as historical information. Point of sale systems are another one that can be integrated. Why use two solutions to search when you can integrate this into your video system? Now you can search for when someone bought a yellow top within the IDIS system and your video footage will show. This can help identify shoppers and also theft during sales. Person Match is a newer option that speeds up efficiencies when searching for particular persons. Using the IDIS software, you can select a person in your video footage, and the system can show you everywhere that person was seen in your recorded footage. This is an amazing feature that helps instantly get you the data you need. It's super helpful when a theft or incident has happened. There's fall detection, which is a specialized analytic that can assist with health and safety. Let's talk in an aged care facility or locations where there are vehicles sharing space with people. If someone was to fall over, the camera can capture this and alert people with a sound. This means we can take action immediately and help protect each other. And I've mentioned it can alert people with a sound a couple of times now. There are multiple ways you can alert people. License plate recognition can capture and match these with a list on your end. This could be used to create a staff car park area where a boom gate is opened when an approved license plate is seen. Additionally, as mentioned, with other ones on this page, you can use historical data to search up when the plate was last seen. There's two-way audio, which works similar to an intercom, where you can talk from one location and be heard from another. As long as your camera device has a microphone and a speaker, this feature will work. Heat maps are an interesting one that can help improve how your workplace operates. A really good example is a retail store. If you could identify which products or brands are looked at the most using the heat maps, you could start positioning these products in different locations to maximize what people see. Another example is to position advertisements in specific locations. These are just a few options and features I wanted to highlight, and hopefully it creates thoughts and interest, as there are plenty more things that can be done with an IDIS video surveillance solution. And the design is very flexible. Whether the option or feature is in an edge device, a recording device, or an add-on, it can all be achieved with an IDIS solution. And as I've mentioned before, we are here to support your designs. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. We can help to create more out of your system and make IDIS your one solution. And on that note, a mention on IDIS peripherals and accessories. As discussed earlier, they are a manufacturer and have switches, monitors, brackets, mounts, keyboard and mouses. They even have power over Ethernet injectors and many more devices. One solution that keeps getting stronger and stronger. The most feature-rich way to access your NVR is using clients. And IDIS have two software client options that can be used to connect to your video surveillance device. The clients and their capabilities are the same. This is an important element as learning one learns both, and all features are found in both clients. IDIS Center is free and you can add any IDIS device, whereas IDIS Solution Suite is specific to the video management solution mentioned at the start of this presentation. With an IDIS client, you can view live video and all your analytic data can be overlaid on top. With the example shown, you can see the heat map, people counting at the bottom, and also the queue management feature. You have the ability to search through your footage in a variation of ways. And if your cameras have advanced analytic features, you can do things like search for humans wearing a specific color. Alternatively, you can search for a range of events recorded such as motion detection, object detection, tampering, and many, many more seen in the example. If reports are what you need, you have them in abundance. From your cameras, recording devices, from your users using the system, and many others. And the ability to export and send to someone without the software is there too. What's better than reporting is a visual representation of your data. In this example, you can see an in and out count per day. Basically, this is showing how many people have entered or exited my area. I can split the data up by hour, day, or even month. This information can be significant in helping me manage my operations or even be compliant in some industries. There's a range of other dashboards and features that have been developed and implemented over IDIS's long history. By IDIS being involved with every element of the solution, you'll see more features here than competitors, and especially in a free application such as IDIS Center, which can have up to 1,024 devices added. And to make it clear, an IDIS device can be the NVR. So if you have a 64-channel NVR registered to an IDIS Center, it's only considered as one device. With all the features and capabilities, you are getting an enterprise client for free. That's pretty mouth-watering. With more and more people wanting to access their video surveillance remotely, it's important to have ways to achieve this easily and securely. IDIS have their own FEN service, which has been developed to accomplish this and more. With FEN, you can assign a unique name to your devices. This means when you connect from your clients or apps, it's as simple as using that unique name and a user account that's configured in the device. What FEN is doing in the background is making it all work securely and over encrypted communication. And as we're talking about apps, let me introduce the IDIS Mobile Plus app. That, just like the software client before, can be used to operate your video surveillance system. You can connect to any IDIS device. You can view full quality streams if your mobile internet connection is fast enough. You can search with a wide range of options, control your cameras with features such as pan, tilt, zoom, and even de-warping. Set up notifications to alert you when things happen, and even use it for two-factor authentication. That can be used when logging in directly to the recording device. All this and more on yet another free application. Now let's start taking a look at how an IDIS system can be designed for particular sites. I'll use 3 examples moving from a small and large retail store to a multi-site company. As I discuss the designs, I'll touch on reasons why a device may be used and located in its position. For most modern designs, an IP-based solution is more beneficial and can be more cost efficient. However, for this first example, I'll be starting with a HD TVI, which is the modern DVR. I'll add some basic indoor domes to the store, office, and warehouse locations. And for outside, I need something more weather resistant and with a wider focus range. So I'll add a bullet camera that suits my needs and has a little rain shield to protect against distorted images. Here we have a basic system with all access points to the building being covered, and a camera externally to see what's happening at the front door. As mentioned, an IP solution is the way to go these days, and with so many sites already set up with an analog system, you may think it's difficult to replace and upgrade. If I wanted to upgrade this site, all I'll need to do is replace the analog recording device with an encoder and connect the encoder to an NVR. With this upgrade, you save money and time on replacing the coaxial cable. And with DirectCX, you still have the option of adding high-resolution cameras, and all new cameras in different locations could utilize network cable. Moving on to the next design, let's introduce an upstairs area and keep the existing system design 1 for downstairs with the NVR. I'll start by adding an outdoor PTZ. This gives us more flexibility on viewing things outside, as I can now control where it is looking. With upstairs being an open space, I'll add in some fisheye cameras that give me a complete view of the space while reducing the amount of cameras that I need. Another benefit for using the fisheye is getting a heat map of the area upstairs. I can do this by adding a VA box to the design. A VA box adds analytic features to your non-analytical cameras. It's a great device that can be used on older sites. And next up, I'll add an IDIS Deep Learning Analytic Camera, or IDLA camera for short. I'll add this above the stairs to count how many people enter and exit. This way I can see how frequent this area is being used. I'll add an IDLA camera to the warehouse door, which lets me detect when cars arrive for deliveries. I'll have this notify team members using the IDIS Center client, which is operated in the office. In an earlier slide, I mentioned how analytics have many use cases, and the same features can produce different outcomes. Again, if analytics could help in your site, let us know and we can help design a solution for you. Let's move on to the large site with multiple buildings. So for this design, I'll duplicate site design 2 twice. If I wanted to, I could manage all 3 of these sites with the free IDIS Center client. However, this site wants a central backup solution, and that's something we can do with IDIS Solution Suite. So let's start by adding IDIS Solution Suite servers to the design. And these backups can be configured to retrieve the recorded footage from the NVRs outside of business hours, so it doesn't impact team members during the day. The benefit IDIS Solution Suite brings is that we can add cameras without the need of an NVR. And the IDIS Solution Suite recording services can manage the recording for it. So let's add some cameras around the server site for that. There's plenty more IDIS Solution Suite can do with the advantages of being very modular, though I'll touch on the central user management. Essentially at the moment, we have an IDIS Center in each site monitoring their own cameras. Each IDIS Center is managed separately. With its own user management, its own cameras, nothing is synced with the other buildings. With IDIS Solution Suite, all the users and device management is managed centrally, making it more efficient to add, manage, configure, and operate your sites. As you can see with these system designs, building a system that is right for your site is possible, and IDIS gives you a complete solution. If you need hard drives, cables, servers, unique switches, or just looking for an alternative peripheral or accessory, we got you covered as well. We have an extensive range of products that can work with IDIS, which is just another DIS advantage. And if you prefer the ability to manage your purchases yourself, head on over to the Dicker Data portal. Our portal offers real-time pricing and inventory with full order tracking. Once you have logged in, you can browse to the IDIS catalogue, which showcases the main product range of IDIS. If you do not have your credentials, speak to any of our team members at our branches and they can help you out. The IDIS brand and its exclusivity means a lot to us at DIS, and that is why we have our own dedicated team designed to focus on the brand. Individually, they have their own strengths, and as a team, they have years of experience from sales, designs, and technical support, which helps them provide the best overall support. And to wrap it up, it's important I talk about support and warranty, starting with our solution design, configuration, and staging teams. Whether you have purchased these products before or installed them, we can help you out. We can get involved with the design in case you are unable to figure out the best solution. And if you need us to configure any part of your design prior, we got this covered too. If you are running into trouble while setting it up yourself or have an issue that cannot be resolved, our technical support team can get involved without the need for you to go to the vendor. We have our own phone support and are able to offer local state-based assistance. And if the unlikely failure to a product happens, during the warranty period, we can assist with a back-to-base repair of the issue. Additionally, our training team can help skill your business and end users, from technical certifications, operational training, or tailored sessions for your own defined learning outcomes. Here at DIS, we want to help with whatever we can, and that is the DIS advantage. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you.